Audio. Okay, so that's working. Got to set up the camera. Whoa. Excuse me, what the hell was that? We're doing it live. This has been getting worse and worse. The latest updates. And I'm trying to show you what I'm doing in VR. I'm pro. Trying to use the thumb pad to scroll. And, yeah. It don't work. Okay. There we go. Man, I didn't have focus set. Hello. So just a heads up, I'm over at the forge. I'm going through the pile of armor that was hauled out of the library. I'm trying to find a... Oh, trying to find a usable set of armor for Akami. So I'm here. I'm gonna rummage. If I can find something, cool. If not, well, I tried.
Do you need anything?
Oh, heck no.
You seem to be deep in thought. I'll let you be.
Okay. So yeah, the goal was hopefully just to find, ideally, a chess piece. But yeah. And that's... that... Yeah, and that's kind of where his brain is at. Because, well, she doesn't exactly have much of anything. Armor-wise, so... Okay, and I'm going to assume that's going to be a 1 or 2 day process. Cool. Actually not worried about weapons on this front. It's like I said, it's a chest piece and maybe some greaves or bracers. Okay. I can work with this. Cool. Thank you. Will do. You guys have fun too. Alright. Salinas. Need.
Definitely say might be able to help. Hello.
Yeah.
Although I'm not
Understandable.
sure if they're here right now.
That's quite all right. It isn't a pressing matter. It's simply a personal quest for growth, if you can understand that. But,
I see.
Ziri, you're gonna scare people, you flying like that. I hope you know that.
I do like being able to see what's going on.
Yeah, we're in the middle of town, though, protected by the sundial. You're fine. What do you need to say? You do you. Anyway.
The bird lady can fly it around.
Fair enough. Anyway,
True, but she
just
does tend to
stay
stay
out of trouble.
grounded for the most part.
Well, that's good, at least. Was just worried that if she was flying over everyone's head all the time, people would get, well, paranoid. But apologies, you, is your business at the forge done?
So, sorry, I was a little lost in thought. Curious if you might actually be able to
That's
help.
quite understandable. Ooh, always happy to help. What do you need?
So, looking at the stuff that was dragged up from the library, it looks to be more show than function for armor.
I see.
If I separate out a couple pieces, could you do anything to reinforce it, beef it up, make it more actual functional?
I'm not a blacksmith, but I could give it a shot. I could probably enchant it with, well, at least I could probably enchant it with some fire resistance as a lesser fire elemental that I am. Or I could harden it. I could forge harden it. Does that seem fair for you?
That would definitely be an improvement.
Wonderful. Shall we?
Sure. And thank you.
Oh, happy to. I'm part of the Veil Watch. Always happy to help everybody.
The Veil Watch. I've not heard that term.
Well, I would say more of the town guard, and we go by the Veil Watch, since we're looking after the Veil here.
Pip involved by any chance?
Captain Pip, yes.
Finally accepted he's captain. Okay.
Well, I kept telling him that, and he's going to accept it one way or another,
Hey,
because he is captain.
yeah, I've said similar to him in the past.
Glad you know him. All right.
So, yeah. I guess I found that chess piece looks to be, and granted, I'm sizing this based on having been around the individual some total of a few hours in a dark library, so my eye for size may not be perfect, but if we can at least get
The
her...
only thing is, though, probably... Oh. Yeah. The one thing that I can do, though, is I can probably get the armor back up to... Like, I can harden it and so on and so forth, but we're going to have to talk to somebody else then for the leatherworking involved. That's not my specialty. But probably something that we can manage relatively easily. Probably have some scraps and whatnot around the forge that we can probably whip up together.
My other thought
But,
was...
First,
I'm gonna say, if Grecius was around, I'm gonna go through that collection of stuff and see if I could find a basic gambeson or something that it could be attached to as well.
that'd be good too. Connecting it to it, though, you tend to keep those parts separate. But to have
True.
it on hand to make sure that it fits, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, let's get this in the forge, though, and let's get the hardening process started. Because, yeah, this thing looks rusty. And let's get this going.
I shouldn't be surprised at that, but wasn't expecting it.
Apologies. I have two items that are soul-bound to me. One being this elemental focus that you see, allowing me to channel my flames safely, and another is a cursed lute that only plays one song. That allows me to channel my bardic magic. Alright, so that should get the forge nice and hot. Now where is... Alright, and that stays there. Alright, now, let's see, was there anything else that I would need for this?
I don't believe we've actually met.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to carve some runes into the thing. Let's see. Chisel. No. Hands work with me, damn it. This will work.
Should I be worried that your weapon's out, sir?
Oh no,
Oh, just keep it out.
I think a sword that large doesn't necessarily have a fitting sheath. That's all.
Fair.
Anyway, so, sorry, doing a bit of armor enhancement if you want to stick around and see how well I'm either going to fail at this or how I'm going to pass at this. I do apologize though, but since fire hardening is something that I've known to do, I figured this would be a good shot for me to do. And also it's magic, as I am a bit of a caster as well. This logically should be something that I can do, but I don't know if it's something that it should be for crafting. But we'll give it a best shot. And seeing as this is the only chisel I can pick up, I'll figure this out. Come on, you.
So I'm not as knowledgeable
the
on the magic
enchantment.
side. If the person this is intended for is magic inclined, are there any potential bad interactions, I guess?
No. I'm just putting an enchantment that will draw magic. That will naturally draw magic from them to power the enchantment itself. It won't be like there shouldn't be any crossovers because I know a little bit of enchanting. Because I know the first thing is you never try to imbue the item with magic, because that's when elements that don't work are going to cross and have problems. All right. Alright, shaving should be there. Alright.
Right, stand back for this.
So, let's see. That's there, that's there. That's there. Hold on. Pull out a little notebook. That's there, that's there. Yep, that should do it. Alright. Now, just so the hardening's complete, now I just need to imbue it with a bit more fire. And then lastly, a bit of bardic magic to help set the enchantment in place. All right. If I've done everything correctly, that should do it.
All right.
Now, at a game, I don't know whether or not I don't know whether I'm supposed to roll for that or not, or I don't know how this is supposed to work. So, but or I guess get a DM. I need a roll probably. We show while this is wait. God damn it. Work, damn it. There we go. Sorry, hands are a bit fussy.
That
While
loot
we're
just
waiting for
insists on
that to
coming out.
cool- Oh, hello there. So while that's waiting, and when I can figure out what exactly is going on, I hope that this works out well, and hope I haven't just turned this into a molten pile of slag.
Apologies.
Well,
But
worst case,
well,
it's metal for the metal pile. It'll get used either way.
that is true.
but I appreciate the attempt if it works.
Very true. Yes.
Poor choice of phrase. I appreciate the attempt either way.
All good. I understand exactly what you meant. It's still a bit hot, so gotta wait for it. For you that just came in, there was an old suit of armor that was recovered, and I'm simply just trying to enhance it with a bit of hardening. Because, fire hardening, a bit of enchantment, hopefully grants fire protection, although I don't know how common that is a threat here. Actually, no, wait, we fought drakes the other day. So, fire protection as well as enhanced hardening, so... And again, hold on, takes out a little notebook, and I followed everything correctly. So, I double checked my work, so it should be good. Although I'm just hoping, well, sometimes the enchantments, depending on the planes of existence you're in, don't necessarily match up. So, well, this is what I was taught from the elemental plane of fire, so... Now we just have to wait for it to cool. Takes a while for that enchantment to sit in. So, I guess for the time being, I'll have a small little seat bite. Excuse me a moment while I figure out how to sit down. There we are. So,
As for the Fae that you are looking for, I don't think that any of them are around the town at the moment, but usually if you see anyone with animal appendages, that's usually correlated to the Fae. So, if you do see one, make sure to speak with them. I'm sure they can help you.
I greatly appreciate it. So that way, anybody else might know. So anybody knows that I'm not doing anything devious or diabolical. I don't know how much anybody knows about, or of this area knows about fire elementals, but there are certain hierarchies of elementals. There's like lesser elementals, pure elementals, primal elementals, and then there's primordial elementals, being the older ones. I'm just simply looking to try and, well, become of a more pure elemental, since I'm a lesser one. But I never was taught the ritual to become one, so I have an idea of what I need to do, but, well, as we're in a well-forested area, and, fire's not necessarily the most common element here, I don't want to piss anybody off by saying, hey, can I just cut down half of the forest, turn it into timber, and then make a pyre for myself to try to become a pure elemental. That would probably piss a lot of people off. So I want to go through the proper channels, making sure that I don't bother anybody, and no balances are thrown off. So hence why I'm trying to find somebody of the chain, or, to go up the chain so that I can go through the proper protocols of this.
I have a question for you, Skeleton.
Yeah. Come a little closer, my friend. The forge isn't that hot.
Do you know where everyone went? Usually the town is far more.
Everybody went out the gate into the forest. That's where I passed everybody. And I wanted to try to find, well, someone in town that I was hoping to find. Well, there goes somebody right now.
Which gate
Good luck
did
on
they
your
go
hunt.
through?
The front gate.
The one over there or the one over there? Front one.
Front gate.
Of
Yes.
course. Thank you.
Not a problem. This
Let me
is
guess.
taking a while to cool off.
They went out as a large group?
Apologies, but yes. Oh, I just didn't realize that. Shit. I should have gone with them. Fuck. Well, there's enough of them there. I'm fairly certain there's... Well, hopefully they'll be alright.
If you want to try and catch the group, I'm okay waiting for that to cool. Like I said, I've got some other things I gotta try and track down anyways.
Yeah, it'll more than likely take a minute. I just feel like I've called upon the gods, and I don't want them to find me for the... Well, if they find me, I'll give them their answer. I'll give them their response, and then hopefully I'll get an answer from them. Yeah, we can leave that to cool. Actually, here, I'll just set that aside. Oop. Curse my elemental body. Sometimes it fluxes with so many things around this place. But yeah, the armor's tucked away, so hopefully it'll be ready by the time we get back. Hopefully. But yeah, I should probably go try and find them. If you want to come with me, or unless you have something you need to do.
I'm not the biggest fan of going out in that forest.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, God. Hello, God. So,
Haha.
on context, I believe there was a piece of armor recovered from a library of sorts, and as the good helping citizen that I try to be, they were asking for a way to maybe improve the armor. So what I thought, as I'm a being of fire, I would be able to do an enchantment of maybe fire hardening. This breastplate that I've just basically heated up, and with that hammer chiseled on the back of it, an enchantment, or basically a rune on it to allow it to be.
Does your character have any history of smithing?
Not so much smithing, but probably magical enchantments. Hence why I didn't do. I just heated up the armor. I didn't smith it or anything. I was just. I was putting the enchantment on it.
There's an aspect here that yeah, I'm gonna get you a roll real quick here for that effort.
I sure as shit tried. I gave it the old college try.
Watching this all come together in real time like this is very amusing. All right, rolling.
I gave it the Bardage College try. Advantage because I'm a mage, or advantage because I'm magical.
Skilled. Yes, you're
cool.
You'll count as skilled in that, but there is an aspect of the failure degree that will factor here. But let me go ahead and
fuck. Dice gods giveth, dice gods taketh away. So
it's true. Oh, well, I got good news and bad news.
Oh, that sound sucked.
The bad news isn't someone got hurt, right?
Well, I mean, the protection in this place is it will prevent it from being any like lasting painful experience. However,
oh no,
considering your makeup and design, really, Johnetal will just need to kind of step back as the good news is it seems that the runic imbuement is something you could do handily and repeat. However, it would still require. I will outline that you could only be able to do it once a day, as it is a fair investment of your energies. But
yeah, like I'm, yeah.
You get the impression that this could be re-imbued if you so sought to do so. However, this current iteration unfortunately didn't hold because as you are working on the armor, unfortunately, because it's only of a decorative make and model, it does not withstand enough to hold out in any kind of endurance. So what you effectively do is you hold up the chest plate and you see a workable rune, and holding it up towards Johnetal, you get it in the air all of 2 seconds before it detonates in your hand in a fireball that causes shards of decorative armor to just kind of fragment and hit into parts of the area. And looking at your hand, you now see it empty and smoldering.
What the?
Whoops.
Whoops. Are you okay?
Right. I'm okay. A little bit of shrapnel, but shit, I didn't even...
What?
I knew I was forgetting something. I knew I was forgetting something. Yeah, no, the enchantment worked. The enchantment worked completely. I could probably do that maybe one more time. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. But that was decorative armor. That was not full carbon steel. So no wonder it didn't work. It didn't have the right.
Didn't have the structure to begin with. Okay.
Yeah. Well. Glad that, if anything, though, glad that the person that we remade this for didn't wear it because it wouldn't do jack squat to protect them. It would basically be like wearing aluminium or some shit like that. I don't know.
What?
Very weak metal. Gold. Yeah. Gold. It'd be like wearing gold. It's very flimsy. So.
Also heavy.
I do apologize for that, and hopefully you're okay though. Apologize for that.
It didn't seem to carry that far. I'm just more worried about you. You were right in the face of it.
Yeah, no, it was more so just fire, which again, not gonna hurt me. But yeah, just a couple shrapnel shards here and there. But I'm more fine. Well, I could do that again. We just need to get a better chest piece.
Yeah, and I think
Learning experience for everybody. Whew, that was tiring though. I'm gonna.
I don't know of
Enchantment worked, and
any better sources than that pile of scrap at the moment.
nah.
Hmm.
Well, I think I know of a couple smiths that can potentially help you, or potentially we can grab from this massive pile of armor over here. Although that's probably something else.
This
We'll
is the
figure-
library
we'll
stuff.
figure it out though. Oh.
I just now realized that this is the stack of roughly 25.
Yeah, so this is what we...
Yeah.
So, yeah, potentially a lot of that is decorative armor. Oh, a lot of that might have to be reworked down. Anyway, at least we've now learned something about the armor itself. It is not durable for enchantment. Or maybe it needs reinforcements, which I didn't have the know-how because I'm not a blacksmith. Anyway, I do apologize for this endeavor not
Not your
yielding any
fault.
progress, but... True.
Not
Everything
your
worked out
fault.
Well, just didn't know the material. Although now I'm also thinking I probably should go out and search for that group that went out there, because, well, unless you want to come with me, because strength in numbers and all that. You seem to have
Strength in
some
numbers,
armor
but
and,
numbers also tend to attract things more readily out there, and that's my concern.
I'm a member of the Watch. I'm not overly worried. Danger is not something I tend to be afraid of. I look at it as a fun challenge. What is not life if we're not full of fun challenges?
Okay. Join you for a bit.
Yeah,
I'm
here's
kind of
the-
curious
here's
what
the
people
thing.
are up to out there.
And plus, you're with me. I will do my best to keep you safe. And if danger arises, we simply retreat.
Well, I do like hearing that you've got a good
And I'll cover the
sense on your head.
Sorry?
So I do like hearing that you've got a good
yes,
sense.
Of course, yeah, I do try. I've traveled the realms for a good while before coming here, so like to think I've retained some sense of survival, even though, well, I can be a tiny bit reckless, but more so in the face of keeping someone else safe. Okay, good. The gate's not down, so that means there's no emergency. So that's good. Usually,
Wait a
the gate
minute.
goes down when there's a bigger problem. Alright, so they were here.
I swear the Fae have been playing with things
I'd
again.
probably say they went that way. Sorry?
I'm still getting used to the Fae screwing with things.
That's understandable. Apologies if I go too fast, let me know, because well, locomotion for an elemental is a little strange. Oh, hello. I spot one of the people going.
And they're moving.
Hello there. Is everything all right with the parting or with the adventuring party that went out?
Well, they found the tree they were looking for, but there wasn't really much weird about it. At least not in the way they thought there was.
Looking for
All
weird
right, well,
trees?
That's good then. That potentially I might know of that tree. One that was the guardian of the forest gifted us some seeds. One of the druids took the seed from the fruit and planted it, wanting to create a fruit tree. Now, if I remember correctly, we did manage, well, I helped overcharge their growing capabilities, and the tree instantly grew. Went from a seed to a full-blown tree like that in moments. So, I'm assuming that's where they're going. Otherwise, I have no idea what this tree they're talking about.
Well,
We
they
can
were
continue on, though,
trying
or-
to find that tree, but
Oh, I know.
the
what
one
it is.
they were looking at first was like the big, tall blue and purple trees. Because they said one of them
Like what?
smelled like death. But
Ooh.
we found one that seemed perfectly normal. But also eating the sap from it makes your breath smell really, really bad.
Well.
Good
fair
to
enough.
know.
Well, do we want to? Well, I'd like to find this group just to make sure that they're all right, in case problems show up. Are they around the corner there, or how far off are they?
I kinda lost track of them.
Ah, that's fine. We'll take a look. I sort of know my way around here, so shouldn't be too hard to get back if we travel. Anyway, stay safe. The town's not very full of people. If you want to come with us for the safety of numbers and an adventure, then you're more than welcome to tag along.
Alright.
All right, let's be off. Let's see. There's the bridge. So, if I remember correctly, it's that way. Yep, there's the ruin a little bit. Use that. Whoa, whoa. And
Yes, hello. We're trying to find.
Looking for something in particular?
Bad breath.
There was this section of the place with more affinity to the previous season where we grew a tree, and I'm hoping to find some red mushrooms there.
Unfortunate.
But I can't for the life of me remember where it was specifically.
If you actually, we're trying
Great, I'm not going to be much help on that
Than
one.
usual.
a few days ago.
Mhm.
I know of that trick.
It was a few days ago
You remember where it
during the
is?
morning, so.
We just wanted to make sure that people were all right. I was there when it was planted.
Yes, well, if you can point it out, then maybe we can find boom shrooms, or maybe we just have to petition one of the Fae spirits or something.
Yeah.
Yes, well, it's going to be
Were you not with us when we my little alchemy friend, were you not with us when we planted that tree? I forget.
Yes, that's why I remember it. I just don't remember the spot. Because we always go in so many different routes here that I just completely forgot the exact place.
No, I tend to have a general idea where it is. As a bard, you kind of have to know your sense of direction, or else you get lost in towns and the like. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to find it again. If anybody wishes to come with me.
direction.
Good enough.
It's just so far. It's acting up, so to speak.
Just a little. Just.
I can barely smell anything, and everyone says my breath smells bad for some reason.
I was heard that you eat something. I was heard that you eat something, and apparently it turns your breath sour.
Yes. Yes, I mean, so someone else tried the sap, and it smells like genuinely the most awful thing that I have ever smelled. And then when I tried the sap, the smell went away. I couldn't smell it.
So hold up.
I wonder if it's flammable.
But yes, hello.
So you smelled it. Someone said worst thing they've ever had. You said it's the worst thing you've ever smelled.
No,
so
I
then you
said
tried it?
It's so, well, interestingly enough, Saturn said that it tasted delicious.
See, that detail would have helped, but still.
It smells horrible up until you try it yourself. And now I can't smell anything.
Can you taste anything?
I don't know, I've not really eaten anything since. This was mined 10 minutes ago. But yes, right. Yes, well, it's genuinely... So, if anything, it is quite energizing. So I think it could be quite useful for a stamina potion, potentially, or just a nose blocker.
All I know is it's good for making alcohol.
Oh yes, that's why we tried it in the first place. Apparently, some of the Fae use the sap in some of the drinks.
That makes me That makes me very hesitant to try any drinks from Faye at this point.
Yes, but if they
Well,
find
it's
it
brewed
entertaining, then
properly, it's
surely it
fine.
can't be that. It shouldn't be that harmful, I'd imagine. Yes, it's one of these trees. Not this
Apologies,
tree.
I ran off.
Yes.
I was told something very interesting about you, and if I could have a moment of your time, if you're not busy with this. I'm just gonna have a seat here, if that's all right. Cast this floating
Well,
disc.
Do you know where the tree is? So we can go to the tree.
It's. I swear it was
Moved?
around, like, literally here, but I think these lands tend to change so often. So I've heard that the geography might have shifted. But
Well, I mean,
it's in this direction, and I know. But the one thing that I know for certain, it's close to that rock wall. You know, like you see the slate wall.
what,
It's
over there?
close to that.
Yes.
So if it's
Right.
not on this side, it might be on the other side of this rock structure right there.
Yes, well,
I'll catch up in a minute if you don't
dear.
mind.
Well, still, that's rather unfortunate. Are you sure it's...
I guess
Not
first
like
and foremost,
one of these
I'm
ones.
not that. Again, you're not in trouble with it.
Well. Yes, well, I can't really smell anything. I suppose my nose has gotten congested, so, well. I don't know. Maybe I should head back to the hot springs and wash this off.
Yeah, there's the rest of the group.
Anyways. Yes. Well, are you looking for anything in particular?
Myself? Not at the moment.
Yes. Well, I'm sure the demon probably wants another soul to eat, so beyond that, not sure. Yes, well. Yes, well, I think that's just one of the things that could be done is find a deer for that demon to eat the soul of. Beyond that,
Which demon?
I don't know. One of the newcomers, a half Balrog, half succubi.
Okay, that's a combo.
Yes, I'm aware.
And they're looking for souls
Yes.
to eat.
Well, yes, and I think that's Cotton Sprite heard that. Well, I can't smell anything. I can't smell it. I can't smell where that Sprite went.
Maybe you
I
should
hate
go back to
not
the hot
being able
springs
to
and
smell.
get yourself cleared out.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so I do have a question. And I'd come closer, but I don't want to overwhelm you with the horrific stench.
Appreciate that.
How do you handle... I don't want to condemn anyone to death, but I'm not comfortable with the fact that one of the newcomers needs to eat actual living souls.
Yeah, I'm not in a position to help them on that one. They truly need to consume other souls to live. Well, I think they've got a very short lifespan left. I'm not going to take them down, but don't know as I'm necessarily going to allow them to feed either.
Well, I think the thing is that yesterday we did go hunting for deer, so they've had the soul of the deer that we hunted, but...
Alright, so at least if it's souls of... I didn't realize that they had souls. I guess makes sense. I mean, so it's different if it's a deer versus you.
Yes. So I'm aware of that, so that's why I think it's necessary to do hunting, just... I don't necessarily approve of what needs to be done in order for them to survive. But I also don't want to condemn people to death.
Any luck?
Nope.
Sorry. Nope.
Does
Well-
it still smell bad?
I'm staying far enough away to not find out.
No, you can smell
Right.
it. It's, So yes, we don't know, I don't know how I feel about trying to get this person's souls. It's just not anything that I particularly want to deal with. But
You know-
I've already set up the dangerous precedent that I did it once.
If
so they
they'd-
could ask me again.
If they had just said something along the lines of, you know, I need my meat fresh. That puts a whole different spin on it.
Yes, but witnessing the whole ordeal myself changes things.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Okay, well,
I don't know.
I don't know, but I definitely feel like I need a wash. Yes, well. Well, I do. Yes.
Is there
Everything
something that you're
alright?
currently looking for out here? Yes.
Apparently, well, we're looking for beam shrooms.
The druid directed, the one I can't remember the name of it, right over there. But we haven't seen any games yet that way. But if you would like to go over there,
Well, if anything,
If
I
I
think
had been
I
messing
want
with their
to wash my
place
mouth
again.
out with the spring water. I can't smell
How are you supposed to
anything. I
keep your
smell
bearings when
purifying,
the landmarks change every time?
so yes, I feel like I
Uh,
make my way back
I'm
to at least
not really sure, honestly.
lose this scent.
I think it's kind of just a matter of exploring the forest enough to memorize it
Thinking of
each
that
time
way,
it changes.
I'll see later on. Maybe I'll be able to catch up with you in the quest for the beam shrooms. Apparently,
Aye.
the napalm clay went missing, so
Oh, just him.
so
Okay.
probably won't be participating. But
Alright, well, I think I'm gonna
if you ever need help from me,
head back to town and
I'll probably be somewhere else looking at this.
see if I can ruin more armor.
Hi, so guys. So, I might have been completely wrong. It's actually
I need a
was
blacksmith.
actually,
I'm just
over there.
not entirely sure what to do myself until later.
I looked around for the mushrooms, but
It's like I want to do stuff to prepare, but I don't really know what I can do.
we have to find. It's gonna be hard.
I know the feeling.
To find, like, spots
So
where
my
the
thought was
grown, or where the, like, seasonal change might not hit as
maybe
hard.
try and find some
Might be
armor
able to
for
find at least one.
Kami.
any remaining farm for me?
Or even just
No, that's what I mean.
some clothes that were in better shape.
Might have tried to try out one, and that was the last sample I had on me.
But
I mean, I could
what I found so far is basically junk, and I don't have the skill set to improve it. So,
I mean,
other than that,
You know,
I've got
there
nothing.
was all of the armor from the archive that's by the forge now, but I don't know how good any of that is.
So I've pawed through it. And the problem is some of it looks nice, but most of it's just decorative. It's for show.
Hmm.
It won't actually hold up to anything. So our skeleton friend tried fire hardening it and putting an enchantment on it, and it held for about 3 seconds. And then apparently the enchantment overwhelmed the weak armor and made for a nice explosion. So, fortunately he's okay, but
go this
I
way.
ruined
we're
a
going to
chess
be
piece.
Within the protection of the town at the very least.
Well, the alternative was probably melting it down anyway.
yeah, and I guess that's the next thing, is if I can find an armorer. There's lots of metal there. Should be able to use that to make something more protective. But I don't know any blacksmiths or armorers.
I know there's a couple of blacksmiths, but I don't think I've seen any of them yet today.
Okay. And the other question is how soon? I don't know how long that process takes. And
Let's point it. If we're going in later today, it probably wouldn't be ready in time.
so I need to figure out something else, or assume she knows herself better than I do and is okay with what she's got.
Hmm.
I don't even know what we're going in for, so I'm really kind of grasping at straws here as far as preparing for it. Suppose I should find myself a
I've
blade.
heard a decent amount about the, reverse world, but as far as I know, there's an area in between that probably what we'd have to worry about.
Which, again, it's not a band of brigands or an invading army, so other than making sure I'm rested, fed, and got a blade on me, what else should I be doing? I don't know how to outfit the rest of you either.
Like to at least figure out how to heal, but there's not really a good way to even try to do that unless someone gets hurt, and even then I don't know for sure that I can do it.
I've run out of my healing supplies. So, hopefully we'll have some healers tag along. I don't know how big we want this party to be.
Well, we'll at least have Pine for healing, but that's Pine's healing.
Is there an issue with it?
It's, from what I've both seen and heard, extremely painful. But
Pain can be relative.
better than nothing.
Exactly. And depending on what the situation is, you may have other motivations that allow you to look past that small detail. That said, maybe tracking down some sort of painkiller wouldn't be a bad idea to take along.
Probably.
Who I would ask about for that? Healer's hut. Anyone would know.
Don't
Would
know
be
if
someone in that
any of
group.
The healers have been around yet.
Yeah, it's still early.
Guess I also haven't been in the town in a while.
Yeah, it was pretty quiet when I left. Other than the noise that I was causing at the forge. But that said, I don't think I'm going to find any answers out here, so I suppose I'll head back to town, see what I can figure out.
I'll probably go with and see if there's anything more I can do.
Yeah, sounds like a plan then. Seeing as looks like the beach is right here. Suppose take the long way back.
A quick reminder. He has black horns on his head.
So what's your confidence level for this expedition we're doing?
I really have no idea. I mean, I'm really hopeful that everything will turn out well, but a lot of us really don't even know what to expect in there, and really all I know is it's incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, that kind of where I'm at as well.
My better judgment is telling me that I'd be stupid to go in there, and that people are probably going to die, but it's my fault that anyone went in there in the first place, so I have to help get them out.
I don't know the full story, but I don't know if it's necessarily your fault that people are in there.
I'm the one who brought people to the wall in the first place, and I'm the reason why people were messing with it. I didn't know any of that would happen, but it's still because of me that anyone was over there in the first place.
Don't get into the second guessing game. You can spiral down a real dark path that way. You didn't know either. You didn't do it out of malice. No one knew.
Even if I didn't mean to, I should still help fix it, right?
Yes, if you can. But also, it's a fine line. If you can help, you can, but you also shouldn't just... I'm trying to think how to say this nicely, and it... Don't throw yourself into this if you don't think you're going to survive it. There's no point just jumping in for the sake of, well, I should. There's other ways you can help also. But I'm not very good at
I
this.
said that if I usually have really bad luck, then it would probably turn into good luck in there, so I'm kind of just going off the hope that they're right.
I know that's a little mouthful lady in the speaker back there.
If you're gonna go in, don't go in based on just hope alone. Build yourself up so you've got some conviction behind it. It's not much of a difference, but that can change things. From what I've seen around here lately, it can have a stronger influence than I normally would have given for it, or expected. So, your heart is in the right place. Just don't let your heart push you too far.
Alright.
I've seen that before in town.
I think that's like this big leaf lizard thing that can just turn into that.
Interesting.
I'm not totally sure how.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it means anyone any ill will, so I guess I'll let it be. Hate stairs. tavern. Clang, clang, clang. All these suits' armor all over the place. And all it's good for is show. Even the blades are sharp. Probably bend that with my hands.
Sharp, but pretty tipped.
I wonder why there's so much display armor around. Seems like an odd thing to have. Whoop. You okay?
Pick you up. Come on. Well, it might not be any of my business, but you are still one of us. One of my kind.
Everything all right?
Fine, 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 I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, fine,
Not convinced you are.
If it's related to what I'm looking for.
Blank?
I just got some dust that can let me breathe for a long period of time underwater. But
Yes. I've got something that allows me to breathe as well. So yes, I'm just going to put this up
one
in
of
my
these,
pocket.
yeah.
But yes,
Go through those crates when Greasius is around. Yeah, doesn't look like anyone's here either.
If anyone had gone in there, the door would probably have already been open.
True. People do seem to get upset if it gets closed. Not seen Bryant around this morning either. Yeah. I'm at a loss for what else to do as well.
I would think that maybe we could bring some potions, but if everything is reversed in that world, I'm not even sure if potions would have the same effect. A healing potion might just turn into poison.
Well, maybe that could still be useful. Worst case, if we bring them in, and it turns out that the effects are not anything we can use, can just abandon them or not use them. If we don't bring them in, then we don't have that opportunity that maybe they could be useful.
Guess so.
So, yeah, I would say getting some potions can't hurt.
If I can't figure out how to heal before going in there, then I'll try to carry at least a couple potions on me.
It's a good thought. Maybe I can find some cloth scraps and just do up some basic bandages as well. That's a thought. I should also go find a steel I can borrow. Otherwise, not all that useful. Let's see what's at the pit. So who would have healing potions? You're too unwieldy. You're for show. Yeah, these are all ugly. Not exactly a refined weapon. But
These don't really seem like they're in the best condition.
no. And some of them are invisible. That's neat. Yeah. But beaten and chipped is better than not having a weapon.
Yeah. I know there were all of the weapons out by the gate.
Oh, I see.
Where
We have a new fighting
I don't know if
pit
they're
here,
just-
it would seem.
This is a fighting pit.
Thanks. I think it is.
Interesting.
Certainly
Been
seems
used-
like it.
It's been used for
There's
it in the
weapons,
past.
And then there's the sand.
Yeah. It's very dense sand, so it's been packed down a lot. Makes sense. Alright. Out of the sand. What is this building, actually? I don't think I've ever been to it before. What's this one?
Not sure.
I'm gonna poke my nose in.
Isn't this the gambling hall?
Oh, that could be.
I wouldn't know. So, what's your name? I have not seen you before.
Oh, it's a tavern.
Myself?
Hi.
Hey guys, it's a tavern. There's food and drink in here.
Lovely.
I think we've lost him to the inside. You may call me Johnetal.
Johnetal.
Nice to meet you.
I might just call you John for shorts. Is that alright with you?
Perfectly fine.
Well, see if I can.
Very well.
This.
You may call me Leventhus.
Well met.
I'm a druid of the forest.
You-
And I'm Julian. We've met before.
yes. You native to these forests, or you a transplant like most of us?
Hi. No, I'm native.
How do you get used to the forest constantly changing?
Well, I
Also,
kind of just go
speak
with the
them,
flow, I suppose.
and they'll try to speak
don't
their
really
way up
think
to
much
other
about
people,
it.
So
Generally, if the forest changes,
I'll
it's
definitely keep, I'll keep
according
you in
to the
mind still if
archway.
things progress.
And there will. I don't question there will.
Well, I hope things go well.
It's all spontaneous whimsy.
Me too. Just see a lot of people over there, I think.
And again, I imagine it might be a bit jarring for someone such as yourself.
It makes figuring out waypoints difficult.
Hence the town's name.
I think this town is one of the singular constants. That and the beach. The beach is also protected, I think, from change.
I like the beach. I like the beach. It's quite nice.
Well, I
Seems
will
like the
say,
river also stays in roughly the same
the
area,
walls have,
even if it
these
changes
walls
course
were
a
not
bit.
here before.
Really?
I do believe they are quite new.
Well, glad they're here.
I think they've been there, they're just way taller now. At least from when I've been here.
Excellent. I don't remember them being this tall.
Yeah, damn, they tall.
Well,
So, John, what were you doing here? We weren't interrupting anything, were we?
no, I'm just bemoaning the lack of
Ah, yes, the
proper
sparring
weapons or
partner
armor
has just
around
shown
here.
up. Now those two can duel.
I'm kidding. I mean, if you want to.
Maybe later. I need to.
I tried.
Excuse me.
certainly.
Hey? What can I do for you?
I was just in the lake, and a portal opened up underwater. Crates popped out of the portal, and then a giant deer surrounded by a water bubble popped out and took the crates away.
Well, that sounds like a job for
Deer?
us.
How peculiar.
Was it a glowing white
Thank you for
deer?
telling us.
It seemed that way. It may be.
If we
I've seen that
one of the
before.
lords. I think that's
If
one
we
of
head
the
down to the
lords.
beach, we can probably find their tracks in the beach if nobody else has been there.
Hey,
Can you lead us to it?
I can ask the plant life if they've seen anything.
Yes, I can
Shall we?
lead everyone to it. Very
Let's
well.
go.
I know
Time is
that
of the essence.
Sir Longnose does have beads that allow him to breathe underwater, so he
My
can.
apologies, John. Maybe we can speak more later.
Or come with us,
No
John.
worries.
Come with us if you wish.
Hey, certainly, come along. Not the
You
merrier.
know about this deer?
I saw it once before, flying through the sky over the forest.
Okay. And suppose we should go see what it's up to then. They're going that way, which is going to take us by the other gate, I think, so... Maybe there's a better blade down by the gatehouse.
No, that whole building is completely different now, so I didn't see any of the weapons that are usually there, but I'm hoping they're just inside.
You scared the slag right out of me.
Oh, by so.
Well,
Sorry for that.
that's quite all right. Little scare here and there. It's not gonna hurt anybody. All in good fun. But if anything, if I may, though, may I get your name?
It is Haven.
Avon? Wonderful to meet you. I am Julian Cinderquill, Bard of the Burning Valor, member of the Veil Watch, and member of the Healers Guild. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
Nice to meet you, Julian.
Yes.
Even with the defender's strength, this might be a lot to carry.
What do you find yourself doing?
I'm carrying this crate of cannonballs
You're
back to the
levitating
lake.
quite a bit above the ground.
Yes, it is very impressive.
I literally can't fix it. I'm sorry. It won't work. I've tried everything.
Yeah. Your God trying to breathe. There you go.
What? By soul, it's a miracle.
Anyway, would you like me to help you carry this larger crate?
I'm so short.
Yes, I would appreciate that.
No, I'm simply
Here, hold on.
But even compared to him, I'm short.
And let's get.
Listen,
I'm going to cast Enhance Ability, Strength of the Bear on you,
That's what
so that you can carry it easier.
I already have like a strength thing on me now. I got double strength. Okay, let's go.
There you go.
All right, I'm going to be carrying this crate of cannonballs back to the lake.
Okay, so I assume you're using your protection?
Yes, I'm using the strength from the defender, and they just casted a enhanced strength spell on top of that.
Okay, this is gonna be like super easy. But okay, yeah. Okay, you have no effort. You can even carry more if you so need to. This is easy. It feels like paper.
Impressive.
This is amazing. I've never been this strong in my life.
Gods, I love magic.
Good morning.
Also,
Yeah.
you, my flaming interesting friend. I can't tell if that's just magic radiating off you or if you are a flame as well. If anything, I'm
This is a
intrigued.
curse binding, my friend, not flames.
My apologies. Still, wonderful to meet you all the same. Are you a new local to this area?
I have been here for a second, more or less in the past.
I see.
I'm gonna go see
I'm a newer
what they
addition.
intend
I've
to
been
do
here
with the
maybe once or
cannonballs.
twice, so it's good to meet you all the same. What is your name?
I am Ronan. It is a pleasure.
Ronan? I'm Julian. Wonderful to meet you.
For whatever reason, they seem.
I wouldn't know. I can't go through them.
Oh. Oh no, they. I think they are closed for me.
Yes, for me as well.
Yes, no, they do appear to be closed.
Sorry,
Then-
come here.
I feel like there's a universal desync.
Right.
Bridge.
Yes.
Gate up.
Damn.
There.
No,
There's universal
gate is
desync.
not up. Gate is very much down. Gate is
Gate
closed.
stuck, dude. Gate
No,
stuck.
so-
closed.
Wait. Are you able to open it?
Hold on.
No,
This
it's
is like
desynced.
close for you.
No, we can't. We can't open it, and it's desynced.
Aha, that's an interesting.
I hate to say it, go around.
I reloaded the world
Here.
as I
Here.
restarted. So what?
I have a seed on my hand. Right hand.
Let's see. Floating disc. So, what's the plan? Do we dive into the waters and potentially find this portal? Or are we following the tracks to where this all might have happened?
And what are the cannonballs
as far
for?
as I can tell, the deer. The cannonballs are here because it's one of the crates that was dropped by the portal from before, I believe.
I see.
I'm not sure if there are tracks for the deer, but if there are, they may be underwater. That is where it appeared from. And as far as I can tell, it just kind of disappeared.
If you're looking for the deer, you wouldn't see any tracks anywhere outside the shore. In fact, when you saw it, you could have sworn it just flew away.
Yes. But with the crate, it might be easier to lure it back, because it might want it.
Giant
Fingers
that
crossed.
could breathe underwater and stole a bunch of boxes. Something.
Yes.
Is that
Well,
right?
Once again, Druid.
Yes, that is.
Have we
correct.
tried going into the water to
again,
to figure anything out?
We're about to. Are you okay to go underwater? Now that you're
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
The water.
Cannonball! Woohoo!
Perhaps
Bye.
your assistance may be required.
I hope they're fine.
Stick around.
exactly.
You might as well enjoy the show.
I have
Brave.
a pouch with magic ball things.
If I do
So
make you
yes, it's
the
got
little beads.
it's
Yeah.
like yes.
Apparently, it was carrying bunches of
yes.
crates of cannonballs or something along those.
So what is the plan?
Well, the plan so far is
Kinda
that we
peculiar.
push the crate into the water, and we just go down there and wait for the portal. Or, if there is a portal that'll open up, or wait for the deer to come by and just snatch the crate. Maybe try to
So-
commune
I
with
was
it.
gonna say, come in, the water's fine.
Are we trying to hunt the deer, or are we just trying to locate the other other
what?
crates that were?
He's got the right idea.
I'm not sure if we really can locate the crates without finding the deer, so I think the plan is that we actually try to communicate with the deer.
I can try smelling the deer.
Your nose working
I
yet?
will need you all done.
Hello.
Yes,
Oh,
but
my nose
you'll
has
be
returned to
underwater,
normal.
though.
Yes, that has not stopped me in past. Genuinely, I was able to sniff out a pearl inside of a clam in the ocean.
I see.
It's very salty. It was very salty. I got salt up my nose and everything, but for whatever reason, water-breathing potions don't make that a problem.
I see. Well, I'm not going to be able to breathe underwater. Not sure if you two will be able to.
So, are we just... So, will you be up there?
Are you asking me?
Yes, will you... So, you'll be watching from up here, is that right?
I guess that is fair. I could do that. I'm sure that the
Well-
druid could possibly commune with the deer, so...
Yes, well, I mean, I'd be willing to share one of the air beads. They do replenish, so I don't know how long they'd last, but I'd imagine long enough.
They replenish?
I have been informed that they do.
I take out the pouch. I open it. There's now 3 beads in here. I see.
If you are going,
I didn't realize that you swam that much.
I shared it with 2 others. Well, if they
well.
replenish, then I don't have to worry about that.
Well, I don't know how frequently they replenish is the thing. I've just been told that they do replenish. So I don't know if it's a per day thing or not.
Well, it has been about a week since I last used them. So they should be back. But just in case.
Was it a week when we got them? Or was it yesterday? Or do you mean... Anyways, regardless of the matter, it was not today, so I'm sure it's fine.
Before you go in there, just keep your eyes up. Boulders do fall from that waterfall fairly frequently.
I do actually remember, yes. Thank you for the heads up, though. All right.
At some point, I'll
well
get this
then,
fixed.
I'm going to. Oh, but you know
Time
what?
to be out of here.
Maybe not.
Come on, get back,
Seems like
people.
we're on the very edge of it.
Sorry, say again. I can't hear you. I think you were using the wrong voice box, but okay. Okay.
It's the mist.
Oh yes, well, yes, I know it's the mist.
The seaweed was scared.
The seaweed was scared. The seaweed.
Aye. Can you imagine
Oh,
that?
wait.
What could make seaweed scared?
Sock, as you come out and leave the water, you feel a bit off. You start thinking and you put your hands against your chin. And you notice you have a beard. Seems you aged a bit. Your time has passed quite fast for you.
Even as a fae?
Even as a fae.
Okay. Well, good thing none of you others went in there. We need to keep
Oh.
out of the lake.
And I just had one of those beads.
I don't get stubble easily.
Stubble?
This is bad.
It is fortunate no
I-
humans entered the lake.
Well,
Once the
I've
fog
seen
fades away,
patches-
you see a single crate floating by the waterfall at the surface.
I see something.
I'll cast Mage Hand to pull it closer.
It is quite a
Wait,
distance.
you can
Your
pull
cat
that?
goes a bit, but it doesn't go far.
Ah, shit. All right, no, I'm going to it.
So, is that
Well,
8?
I have no idea.
maybe.
Excuse
My
me,
magic.
did you have facial hair before? Back in
No, no.
I've not seen the
I don't
fog
grow it easily. It takes me a long while to get this.
on the water before.
As in, I have to be in the Feywild for time to accelerate fast
Yeah.
enough.
Is that still the same
And it
corruption or something new?
I'm going to go in and help. My magic armor does
Yes.
protect against the.
seems like it's
Staying out of the water.
something weird
my
with
own protection.
time.
The curse
So-
lines of my gear should protect me long enough at
It
least.
might be related
Shall investigate
to
as
this
well.
other world. That's my best guess.
So we had the corruption. Possibly void. What would time be for an affinity, if I'm using the right
Death.
word? Death?
I think of what the polar opposite is to the Feywild. Do you know what that is?
I don't.
The Shadowfell.
Well, that just doesn't sound pleasant.
Not at all. It's a place, it's a realm of death and shadow. Emotions go stagnant there. Dulled. It's entirely grey and black. There is no sunlight.
Does that mean that
Covered in mist.
for this other world, the Fae there
Covered in
just
mist.
All right,
are beings of death and destruction.
You got it? Okay, you're good. Alright.
Didn't mean to upset your friend.
I think. No, it's alright. I just realized something that might be a very good indication of what we're dealing with.
Did you get the box back? Somewhere.
Yeah, we pushed it up on shorts around here.
Tell me.
Okay, so.
Paladin,
Did you open
how
it?
many? Do you have any tomes on the Shadowfell?
Looking inside.
Once again, you will find more cannonballs, and there's a note.
The Shadowfell.
What did the note read?
You read basically.
No, I'm.
Here's to help. We know you're trapped. Persevere, because we didn't.
Oh.
So I just read that out loud. What does that mean?
Sorry, what?
I did not hear it.
What did it say?
What did you say?
Persevere because we didn't?
Alright, so
As I
he reads out the notes, and it basically reads out, here's to help. We know you're trapped. Persevere, because we didn't.
Here's the note if you want it. Here's the note. With a crate full of cannonballs.
Concerning.
Yes.
Wait, so
I assumed this would be from the last cycle, but is this
how would they?
new? Is someone giving us this?
Like a care package.
Well,
A care package
Full
from
of
the
cannonballs.
past or the
Here's a question though. Do we have any cannons?
I mean,
Not
I'm
yet.
On the
sure we
ship,
can
but
make-
the ship's still in two pieces.
I'm sure we can still. Well, I'm sure we can gather them if we just get enough. Well, by way of, get a boat and just pull them. But
Or crack them off the boat, let them sink, and then drag them up from the bottom.
ominous.
No, I got you.
I would normally say that
terrifying.
wouldn't work, but you appear to be way stronger than I would expect, so maybe that is viable.
Magic.
Maybe. I know that Adagio was looking into finding a friend for an airship. If that's perfect.
Although that was kind of. I was half expecting, if anything, I was half expecting undead to come crawling out of that thing.
I'm very glad it didn't.
The mist and everything.
Wait,
I'm good for this crap.
maybe it came from.
What is that?
So I keep hearing that there's something the other side of the fog.
Yeah.
Apparently, the fog wall. There's
The stone structure seems to be a
there's
bit
something behind
You
it.
require a GM.
Maybe it comes
you?
from there.
Never mind, I believe there's still much I need to investigate.
Maybe.
Bye.
Thank you, God. You're always wanted.
So
Why?
So
do
wait,
you know
wait.
why the fog appeared and why? And when did it appear? The water while you were
It
down
appeared
there.
when I have no. It was when I talked to the seaweed. It was. It said it was scared, and then the fog appeared.
Didn't you also say that this happens once a day?
Aye.
Like that that a crate gets dropped off? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wait, hold on. What?
So now wait a minute.
So I've you're you mentioned
The crate is a gift to us
What was it?
from the
That
fog.
other place.
Shadowfell. Aye.
Oh, actually, one other thing. To everybody that, yeah.
So
To everyone that just came out of the water. Anybody want to get dry?
Hello.
Anyways.
So
There we go.
the fog might have been trying to
the
prevent us
Shadowfell
from
earlier
getting the crate.
It is the polar opposite of the Feywild.
But
instead of a place of
that's
vibrancy
the
and
case,
life
then
and
who's
emotion, it is
sending
dull,
the crates?
grey, and filled with death and shadow. It's the sun never rises there. It's in constant dusk. And within this place, there are realms called realms of dread, and they are surrounded by a thick mist.
You think that's
This
what
is
this
a place
is?
where undead come from. Aye. It seems very similar.
So
that could make sense, given that this place that we're in was the plane in between plane.
Aye. We might actually be coming up. This might actually be an intersection between the two. Usually there is the material plane in between, but since we got trapped here, we might be at the intersection.
we aren't exactly on the material plane. I see.
This sounds oddly
So-
like.
I was thinking for all this time that we were in the light world and beyond the wall was a dark world, but you think we might be in between a light and dark world?
We could.
I think it's more likely that we are on one side of the border. Or most like we are on the on the light side, but we are just by the wall. Whatever border is us between.
Could it
Yeah,
be
in either case,
where those shades were coming from?
Definitely an interesting adventure, I'll give it that.
You know about the wall titan, correct? About the one with the giant hands and the light coming out of it? So that might come from this Shadowfell place?
Aye, it might very well. And then again, maybe I'm getting my lore confused. It might be something different. We shouldn't take it. We shouldn't put too much thought into it. It might be the Shadowfell, but it might be something different.
First and foremost, we keep an eye out on these things, we know what comes out of them, and we need to stick together, and we need to make sure that all the problems are handled. And if anything arises, that people speak with each other, inform people about things, so no one's left in the dark. Literally.
Well, interesting. Well,
Does anybody want to return back to town, since, well, we are still right outside of town?
We should head back. This is... our friend is still down there, I think.
If need be, I can hang. Well, if anybody wishes to go back, they can. I'm just going to hang around for them. Oh, hello.
I'm going to go ahead and carry the crate of cannon bolts back.
Yeah, that spell should be working on you for a little while longer.
I am fantastic.
Staying in a trouble.
You're not very convincing.
Sorry.
There is something I wanted to try before going back to town.
Right,
but
You sound winded?
sorry
probably
about
a bit further
earlier.
down the lake.
I wasn't myself. I
come with you then.
apologize.
If you'd like.
No worries, as long as you're okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, lead on then.
I'm
going to
alright.
attend to what this business is.
Okay.
So if you're going to wait for them, I'm going to make sure this one's safe.
Mochi,
I will wait.
Oh,
could
Mochi, that was the
I
name,
speak
I think.
with you in a minute? Oh, in private.
It should only be a moment.
Right then.
After you.
I'm gonna head back into town.
I'm staying with Mochi just to keep them safe. Oops, sorry.
Sorry, sir, I didn't quite catch your name.
You can call me Johnetal. John for short if it's easier.
Johnetal. John, my name is Atticus.
There you are. Are you alright?
I have found a few
You have
things
met.
Pleasure to meet you.
in my investigation.
If I remember correctly.
So, according to some of the
Have we?
buildings and structures and
A couple days ago,
it appears to be that there was some sort of aqueduct that was
I had
being
a
prepared a long time ago.
excessively shy
as
friend
well
with me
as
at the time.
A few bits of wreckage predating even this town itself.
I see.
Oh,
I thought most of it was from the old bathhouse.
right.
You see, it actually crumbled and fell into
I
the
apologize for that as well.
portion of it.
No worries.
I would say, as I've been to this bathhouse as well.
Is she alright?
As for
She seems to be at the moment. Haven't actually talked to her recently. Kinda
some necklaces and other bits of jewelry down
had some
there.
bad information
I know
and
it's not cursed, or else I would have felt it. But
been avoiding her at the moment.
I understand this could most likely teach a history if applied correctly.
I see.
I see.
Yeah,
Very well.
still figuring some things out.
The others are back. Have went back into town. We should go follow them. It's not safe out here.
John, if
Has there been any sightings of the Watcher?
if you ever need anything,
Yet.
I'm always around
Not
town.
wait for it either.
Good to know.
We
And
should
if I can help with anything,
post-haste then.
let me know.
I will tell these three as well. We should head back inside. It's not safe out here.
Agreed. So I wouldn't
Has
stay out
Mochi
here
been
too long
alright?
yourself. What's that?
Has Mochi been alright?
Beating herself up a little bit over things outside her control, but seems to be all right.
Right.
If you can keep an eye on her and just make sure she doesn't throw herself into things that might be a little too far over her head, not a bad idea.
Yes. Yes, I will. I will keep my eyes on it.
I appreciate that. And as I was saying, I gotta head back in. Not used to being up this early. But good to see you. We did have the fog show up over here, so I don't know if I would hang out in this area for too long. Just stay alert if you're gonna be out here.
Right.
Alright. Be well.
See you.
And I'm gonna call it there. So I got stuff I gotta do. We'll be back for the later session.